How would you describe your film here and there?
Well, I think it's a story that tells the it's a film that tells the story of a man that returns home after being abroad working illegally for a long time, and it tells his reunification with his family, um, and what happens from there. No, when he returns home with a dream and is able to make it or not, and I think it's a very realist film. I don't know what that means, but that was my main intention, not to make a film. I'm not from the place where the film happens, so I just wanted to make a film that was as close as the reality I saw as possible. That was for me the main idea of making the film.
Okay. Well, is it a movie about family or is it like social commentary? Would you say?
I believe a little bit both. Actually, when making the film, I didn't think I was making a family film. Only when I edited, I thought I was making a very individual film about a man that returns home. And then I realized in the cutting room and in the also because the takes and everything we choose, but mostly the movie is really a family film. It's about the family, and but that was I found it on the editing room. You know, I thought it was much more a kind of closed film, but while I edited, I realized it was a little bit bigger.
Interesting. How did you come up with the idea for this film? How did you come to be inspired?
Well, actually, I the main the main answer will be because I met Pedro. No, I was making a series of short films. When I say a series, it means I had a plan to make a series. No, but I made let's say two short films over 3 years, and in those short films, I always try to approach like somehow this urban solitude, this immigration in big cities, and then feelings also. No, but it was all mixed. And in the last short I made, I work with non-professionals. No? And working with non-professionals, what I really try to learn from him, not to ask them questions, to from the very basic, how did you arrive to the U.S. No? And I mean, most people had this very kind of longing of their home, no? Which I share with them. I mean, of course, I could travel with every year to Spain, or whenever I want, no, because I had a visa. They couldn't, no, but and we spoke the same language, so there was a kind of big relationship there, or a big link. And then I casted Pedro for the short, and after making it, we became sort of friends. And he told me his story. Like he told me, you know what? I've been working in the U.S. for 3 years. Now I'm going back to my village and start a music band. And I found that kind of charming. No, of course I didn't know if there was a movie there, so I traveled to his village for 2 months. I stayed with his family, and I really saw it was a movie I have never seen and a story I really could tell. No, because from the moment I arrived to the bus station, for example, not in the village, like in a bigger city 1 hour away, like for example, the taxi driver will speak to me in English. No, like hey, I've been in New York, you know, no, no, no. Many people have been to New York, so I thought it was a very common story that perhaps was somehow important. So it was meeting him and then going there, realizing it was, and then myself I felt very lucky to be there. So all these things collided, made me wanted to make a film about that particular.
Okay, okay. Um, and finally, the spotlight of this year's Stockholm Film Festival is power. That's like the theme. And would you say that your movie is? Do you see any aspects of power in your movie?
Power.
Yeah, power.
Uh, mm, well, if there is any, if there is a relationship, I mean, I don't know, but it would be more like as individuals, you know, many times we cannot really control big things, you know, like in this film, certainly the characters are a little bit at least the father of the family is a little bit at the mercy or at the of the economic needs of the place where he is. So I mean, power in that sense would be something that drains from you, you know, that takes out opportunities. So it's a different type of power, you know. It's a power that quite is not so powerful, no. That it's actually the opposite. It's very weak or something like that.
Okay. Well, that was all I had. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so